Today let us study curvature and radius of curvature. What do we mean by curvature? Suppose you have a curve, some curve you have, then the curvature is nothing but the amount of bending. You can see a bend here. The amount of bending is nothing but your curvature of that curve at that point. So curvature is the amount of bending of a curve. Let us see the mathematical definition of curvature. Mathematically, curvature is represented by the symbol kappa, and it is given by d psi by ds, where psi is the angle and s is the arc length. Then we have radius of curvature. Radius of curvature is the reciprocal of curvature. Reciprocal of curvature is nothing but radius of curvature, which is denoted by rho and which is given by ds by d psi, which is the reciprocal of curvature. So these are the definitions of curvature and radius of curvature. Let us see a note here. We always take the sign of curvature and radius of curvature to be positive. We always take the sign to be positive. Now let us see the formula for radius of curvature for a Cartesian curve. How to find the radius of curvature when the curve is in the Cartesian form, that is in the xy form. Let us see the formula. The formula is rho is equal to 1 plus y1 square whole to the power 3 by 2 divided by y2, where y1 is the derivative of y with respect to x and y2 will be double derivative d square y by dx square. Y2 is this. So in the problem, given a curve y is equal to some function of x, given the equation of a curve, first we need to find dy by dx, then d square y by dx square. If they have given any particular point, we have to substitute the point in these derivatives. Then we can substitute the values of y1 and y2 in this formula. The simplification will give you the radius of curvature. Let us see the note now. Sometimes the value of y1 at some value of x, for some value of x, that is y1 at some point on the curve becomes infinity. So this means the value of y1 will take the answer to be infinity. In that case, we cannot define the undefined term in the formula. We cannot take the undefined term in the formula. So we need to go in the other way now in such a case, and hence we cannot apply the formula for rho in the above form. That is, in this form we cannot apply and find the radius of curvature. In such a case, we have to use the formula in the alternative form. Let us see what is that alternative form now. The other form is rho is equal to 1 plus x1 square divided by x2. That is 1 plus x1 square whole to the power 3 by 2 divided by x2. So this is the formula to find radius of curvature when y1 is taking infinity. When y1 is taking infinity. So here x is derivative of x with respect to y, which is the reciprocal of this. We already found what is dy by dx. You just take the reciprocal, you will get dx by dy. Then you differentiate that once again with respect to y, you will get x2, that is d square x by dy square. Then substitute the values of x1 and x2 at a given point in this formula to get the required radius of curvature. Let us take one example on radius of curvature. Find the radius of curvature for the folium of Descartes, whose equation is x cube plus y cube is equal to 3a(xy) at the point 3a by 2 comma 3a by 2 on it. So we need to find the radius of curvature for this curve at this point. Let us take the given equation of a curve, differentiate with respect to x. Let us differentiate the given curve with respect to x. Differentiation of x cube is 3x square plus, when we differentiate y cube, we need to apply chain rule here. Let us see. Plus differentiation of y cube will be 3y square first. Then since y is again a function of x, we need to differentiate this y again. So into y1 will come, or dy by dx. Differentiation of y with respect to x. So here we have used the chain rule to differentiate y cube. Now let us differentiate the RHS. Since 3a is a constant, we can keep constant as it is. To differentiate this x into y, we need to apply the product rule. We can consider x as first function and y as second function. We keep first function as it is and differentiate second function now, that is dy by dx, plus second function we keep as it is. Okay, here we have differentiated first function and we are going to keep the second function here as it is. So we will keep the second function as it is here, and we have differentiated the first function. Y as it is, we have kept the second function as it is. So this is a product rule. This is a product rule. We are done with the product rule. Now we need to separate our dy by dx. Let us separate out our dy by dx, because this term contains dy by dx and this term also contains dy by dx. Before that, let us multiply this 3a inside the bracket here and here. We'll multiply inside first. Yes, we have multiplied it. We have multiplied 3a with this, and 3a will be multiplied to this. It will be 3a, 3 into a into y. Let us take all the terms which contains dy by dx to one side and all other terms to other side. Yes, we have taken this term to the LHS, so that it will be minus 3ax dy by dx. Then let us take this 3x square to the RHS. Yes, we have taken to the RHS. In the LHS part, dy by dx can be taken as common. Yes, we have taken dy by dx as common. The RHS as it is we will write. And in that too, 3 is being taken common. Here also you can take 3 outside, or first you can cross multiply this to the denominator here, then also you can cancel the 3. Yes, here we have taken 3 common, then this 3 and this 3 gets cancelled, then dy by dx is equal to ay minus x square divided by y square minus ax. This 3 has been cancelled here. So this is our dy by dx. That is y1 we got. So this is our y1. dy by dx can be written as y1. Since we want the value of y1 at the given point, the point is 3a by 2 comma 3a by 2. Let us substitute the point in the places of x and y in y1. That is, in the place of x we'll put 3a by 2 wherever x is there, and in the place of y as well we will put 3a by 2 and simplify. A as it is into y, in the place of y 3a by 2 we will write, then minus x square, that is 3a by 2 the whole square, whole divided by y square, that is 3a by 2 whole square minus a into x, that is 3a by 2. Now further simplification will give us, let us take minus sign outside from the numerator. Let us take minus sign outside from the numerator. When we take minus sign outside from the numerator, this minus becomes plus and this positive term become minus here. Yes, this has become positive and we have written the first term. This will get minus, we have written it as second term. Now you can see this term in the denominator is same as this term which is in the numerator, so that it gets cancelled. That is the reason behind taking minus sign outside, so that we can make the terms same and we can cancel. Therefore y1 is minus 1. y1 is minus 1. Yes, we have written y1 as minus 1. Now let us go for y2, that is double derivative of y. That means we need to differentiate y1 again to get our y2. Let us differentiate y1 now. To differentiate y1, we need to apply quotient rule, because it is of the form u by v. What is quotient rule? The quotient rule says denominator whole square. In the denominator we write, and in the denominator as it is first, denominator as it is, differentiation of numerator. When we differentiate numerator, a is constant, we have kept as it is. Differentiation of y will be y1. Yes, we have written y1 minus differentiation of x square is 2x. Then as per the quotient rule, minus will come in between, minus. Now we keep numerator as it is and differentiate the denominator. Here differentiation of denominator, when you go, the differentiation of y square will be 2y into y1 using the chain rule. 2y into y1, 2y into y1 minus a is a constant, we write as it is, and differentiation of x is 1. Differentiation of x is 1 minus a. Now we need to find the value of y2 at this point. Let us substitute in the places of x 3a by 2, in the places of y 3a by 2, and wherever y1 is there, we put minus 1 here, right? Here, because we know the value of y1 is minus 1 at the given point. Let us substitute all at once. Yes, here we have substituted the value of y, that is y square here, minus a into 3a by 2 into a into minus 1. Here we write minus 1 because y1 is minus 1. Yes, minus 2 into 3a by 2, this minus we write as it is. Yeah, here we have written minus sign. a into y. Y is 3a by 2 minus x square minus 3a by 2 the whole square. And similarly, let us substitute here 2, y is 3a by 2, then y1 is minus 1 minus a. In the denominator also we will substitute y square minus a into x. X is the whole square. Substitution is done. Now we need to simplify. It looks complicated. This expression looks complicated to simplify. So let us go piecewise. You can see some similar terms here. See here, we have this term 3a by 2 whole square minus a into 3a by 2. The same term is being repeated here. So these two are same. So if you simplify once, you can put the same thing here as well. Not only this, you can observe here this term is also same but with opposite sign. Because here we have plus 3a by 2 whole square, but here we have minus. Similarly, here we have minus, it is plus. So whatever answer you get here, you just substitute with minus sign in this place. Now let us take this out and simplify. Let us take this term out and simplify separately. Now when you square each and every term here, what you get is 9a square by 4 minus 3a square by 2. When we take the LCM, by taking the LCM, we have 9a square minus 6a square by 4 by taking the LCM. 9a square minus 6a square will be 3a square by 4. See, we found the value of this which we can replace in this place as well as in this place and as well as in this place with negative sign. Let us substitute everything here. Yes, I have put in this place its value 3a square by 4, which is what we found here. Here what all things will get simplified. This is minus a, and here 2 and 2 gets cancelled. What remains is just minus 3a. We'll write here minus the same term with negative sign we will put. Yes, we have put minus 3a square by 4. Let us simplify this now. Here you can see minus 2 2 and 2 gets cancelled. This will be minus 3a. When you multiply minus sign with 3a, it will be minus 3a minus a minus 3a minus a divided by this the whole square. This whole square we have written. Now further simplification, what all things we can simplify here? Minus a minus 3a will be minus 4a, and minus 3a minus a will be minus 4a. I have taken the same step from the previous slide. Let us simplify this. Minus 4a, here minus into minus plus we have taken 3a square by 4, again minus 4a, whole divided by, when we square each and every term, 9, because 3 square is 9, a square, its square will be a to the power 4 divided by 16. Now let us simplify it further. Here 4 and 4 gets cancelled. Here as well 4 and 4 gets cancelled. What we have is this. Now let us multiply this minus a with this and minus a with this. So we get minus 3a cube minus into plus minus 3a cube divided by 9a to the power 4 by 16. And again this minus 3a cube will be minus 6a cube divided by 9a to the power 4 by 16. Let us take this to the reciprocal. It becomes 16 divided by 9a to the power 4. Now here cancellation will happen. A cube with a cube gets cancelled, and 3 2s are 3 3s are will happen. After all simplifications, we will get this, and again here we have not yet cancelled a cube. Let us cancel a cube. So it is minus 32 by 3a. So finally we got the value of y2 at the given point. Let us substitute the values of y1 and y2 in the formula for radius of curvature. The formula is given by this. Let us substitute the value of y1, which is minus 1, in this place, and y2, we just found y2, we will put here. Yes, we have put the value of y1 in this place and the value of y2 in this place. When we further simplify, what all things will happen? Let us see. First of all, we can take this to the reciprocal. This becomes 3a by minus 32, as we have taken the reciprocal. Now in the numerator, this minus 1 whole square will be plus 1 will be plus 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. This 2 to the power 3 by 2 can be written as square root of 2 cube, because this 1 by 2 stands for square root. So square root of 2 cube we have written here. Now this 2 cube can be splitted as 2 square into 2. We all know root for this square gets cancelled. This 2 will come out as just 2 and root will remain for this 2. Here we have separated the roots for 2 square and 2. This is the thing finally happened. Cancellation 2 ones are 2 16s will happen. So we got the row, that is radius of curvature, as minus 3a root 2 by 16. Since we already stated that we always take the positive sign, let us apply mod to this. If we apply absolute value, it will get plus. We get plus sign.